Hello guys, Guy with the Comment 23 back again with another edition of Sunday Sit-Ins. A bit different this week, as you may know, you definitely know. But now, last week we lost one of the greatest actors of his generation, or any generation to be quite honest. Phillips Seymour Hoffman died of a more or less confirmed drug overdose. I believe it was last Sunday. So I thought I'd, I thought I'd kind of dedicate this this video by basically watching Phillips Seymour Hoffman movies. I mean, any excuse to watch his movies is good enough for me. Now I'm going to kick off with a film that I'm actually going to see in the cinema. My local cinema are doing kind of a tribute to him by showing The Master, which I'll be going to see in about half an hour. And yeah, fantastic film, one of my favourites of 2012, and looking forward to seeing it again. And I did watch it kind of, I think 2-3 weeks ago, but I'd watch it again. So yeah, I'm basically going to be watching, what's the word, kind of, whatever, to basically watching his films. Now I don't own that many in Blu-ray. The only ones I own on Blu-ray of his are The Master, obviously I don't need to watch that, a late Quartet, which I'll watch, and Boogie Nights. So I'll be watching at least those three. The other ones DVD I've got The Savages, Synecdoche in New York, which I actually watched like twice last week, so I might not bother watching that again. But that's a fantastic film as well. And yeah, I think that's probably about it. I'd watch kind of maybe The Hunger Games, but I don't think he's in it that much, so probably not. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. I'm just watching Phillips Seymour Hoffman movies. Like, any excuse to do that is good enough for me. So yeah, first one I'll be seeing is The Master, so I'll give a little review of that when I get back. So I'll see you in a bit. So I just got back from watching The Master. I'm off, sorry for the lighting, but it's crap in here. But anyway, I've seen The Master, absolutely phenomenal film. If you haven't seen it before, see it basically. By this guy, Freddie Quell, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who's a bit of a drifter. He goes from kind of job to job, usually because he gets fired from the previous job, and until he kind of becomes a stowaway on a ship owned by Lancaster Dodd, who is a thinly veiled kind of disguise for the kind of the father of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, and he's the leader of this thing called the Cause, and it's brainwashing basically. It's like kind of past lives transgressions and stuff and things like that. It's all a lot of twaddle, but yeah, basically kind of their relationship. Obviously, Lancaster Dodd, played by Phillips Seymour Hoffman, got him a Oscar nomination, as well as Joaquin Phoenix got a nomination for Best Actor. But absolutely, it's not just a film, it's a work of art. Paul Thomas Anderson can make a film like no other director out there at the moment. But yeah, I say if you haven't seen it, I'd definitely say check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. It's quite long at 2.25 hours, but it never drags at all. Well, for me at least, obviously, this is my opinion. And my eyes were always kind of transfixed to the screen by everyone's performances. Amy Adams is in this, Rami Malek is in this, and also the late Christopher Evan Welsh. He played, if you've seen the film, he plays the guy who kind of questions Lancaster's beliefs kind of towards the middle of the film. He died this past month or so. It's like a couple of days after I believe Paul Walker died, so he kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit, but rest in peace to him as well. And so yeah, I haven't decided which film I'm going to watch next, whether it's Boogie Nights or late Quartet. Probably a late Quartet, but when I know, you'll know. So I guess that's it. I'll see you in a second. So yeah, the film I've chosen is a film I haven't seen for quite a while. I remember first seeing it on TV, kind of, I'll say a couple of years ago now. But I was absolutely blown away by it. I don't know why I haven't seen it since. And I thought I'd go for a kind of P.T. Anderson double bill, so I've gone for Boogie Nights. Like I say, from what I remember, absolutely phenomenal film. Hopefully it's just as good as my second go around. The one scene that kind of stuck out to me the most was that one kind of near the end where they do that picking guys up in a limo and having sex with what's her face, and that just that music in the background is just absolutely foreboding. It's a brilliant scene, and so yeah, hoping I like this as much the second time around. So let's watch Boogie Nights. So yeah, just got done watching Boogie Nights. Absolutely phenomenal film this. Paul Thomas Anderson is fast becoming one of my favourite directors now. He's at least in my top 20, possibly even top 10. He's just got a kind of distinct visual flair that not many directors have nowadays. Really, really like this one. If you don't know the plot, basically Mark Wahlberg plays a guy called Eddie, who later changed his name to Dirk Diggler, who has a talent, I'll say, for pornography. And basically Burt Reynolds plays this guy who makes porn films, and he hires him, becomes like this really big porn star. I think it's more or less based on the life of the legendary porn star John Holmes, and it's really, really good, really well acted, great cast. You've got Mark Wahlberg, Julianne Moore, Burt Reynolds, Don Cheadle, John C. Reilly, William H. Macy, Heather Graham, Nicole Parker, and of course Phillips, Seymour Hoffman. He's not quite in this film that much. He's in about 4 or 5 scenes, but each scene he is in, he more or less steals it most of the time. So probably not the best film to give to someone to say like see how good Seymour Hoffman is. He is really good in the film, but he's not in it that much. So, but anyway, obviously contains one of my favourite scenes in a P.T. Anderson film. Like I mentioned before, just in the background, the ding 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 ding. I really love that scene. And yeah, really, really good film. Definitely recommend checking out if you haven't already. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody. If you're, not say if you're a prude, but if you don't like films with lots of sex in it, it's probably not going to be for you. But I'd say if you haven't already, I'd definitely check it out. Really, really good film, this. That's Boogie Nights. So the last film, well, I think the last film, and was definitely actually I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure this is the last film on Blu-ray I own that stars Phillips Seymour Hoffman, and it's a film that came out last year, towards the end of last year, and not a lot of cinemas had it, so you probably haven't seen it. Is a late Quartet, also starring Catherine Keener, Christopher Walken, and Mark Ivanhoe, who I've never actually heard of, but he's a pretty good actor in this. Remember quite liking this one. I think cinematography was great. There was just kind of this plot point in it that I didn't really like at all. That it's kind of really cliched, but remember really liking this one. So yeah, the probably last film I'm going to be watching tonight will be a late Quartet, because it is quite late as well, so quite fitting. But yeah, so looking forward to watching this again. So I'll see you after the film. So yeah, just got done watching Late Quartet. Basic plot of this film is there's this fugue quartet, Phillips Seymour I can't remember their actual names, Phillips Seymour Hoffman, Christopher Walken, Catherine Keener, and Mark Ivanhoe. And basically Christopher Walken's character finds out that he is in the early stages of Parkinson's, so basically he won't be able to kind of play in the quartet anymore. And it involves kind of people's relationships with each other. Really, really good film, actually. I just think that it looks absolutely gorgeous. Cinematography is amazing. I'm going to just have a look what the cinematographer is. Frederick Elms. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of the film Carnage that came out early 2012. That was kind of like, it's kind of snowbound most of the time, but it's really, really nice. Great cinematography, like I said. The downsides are there's a subplot in this that I was like, oh man, I think I mentioned this before. When I was watching the film, I was like, it's like, are they really going to go down this cliched route? And I was thinking, they're not going to do this. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do this. Then they did it, and I was like, oh god, really? I'm not going to spoil it, although I might have done already. But basically, I'll spoil it. Basically, Imogen Poots is Phillips Seymour Hoffman and Catherine Keener's daughter, and basically Mark Ivanhoe's character kind of starts sleeping with her and apparently falls in love with her, I guess. I don't really care, to be quite honest. And of course, like that kind of brings to the fray. And call it Phillips Seymour Hoffman's character is sick of being kind of the second violinist. He feels like he should be kind of in the forefront a bit more. Now basically that kind of tips their relationship over the edge, and it just wasn't needed. I mean, well, I see why it was, but it was just so cliche. I could see it coming a mile off. I was hoping they wouldn't do, but they really did. And also, Mark Ivanhoe's character is not a nice guy at all. He's just that little bit on the wrong side of, you know, prickish. You know, I don't know, he just wasn't a very nice guy. He was a bit kind of manipulative, and I didn't really particularly like him. Seymour Hoffman, obviously, he gives an amazing performance, like he always does in more or less everything. And yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out. Also a different change of pace for Christopher Walken as well. I've never really seen him in a role like that, and it's really quite nice. Like I say, absolutely gorgeous to watch, and a lot of good got a lot of good classical music in there. Great performances, like I say, great cinematography. Also, Imogen Poots' American accent isn't quite that, you know, good, but anyway. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend checking it out if you're a fan of different types of films. It's not, like I say, apart from that massive cliched plot point, it's quite kind of different to most films out there. So I'd say definitely give it a go. I mean, you might not have heard of it before, but if you haven't, I'd say give it a go. Maybe Netflix or Love Film or something. But I really quite enjoyed it. So, Late Quartet. And that is the last film I'm going to watch tonight. And I remembered a while ago that I did actually have Moneyball as well on Blu-ray, but it's kind of late now, and I won't be able to concentrate on it. So, I mean, I might watch it tomorrow and kind of tag it on to the end of this video. I haven't really decided yet, but for now, Late Quartet is going to be the last film I'm going to watch. So, to recap, only 3 films this week, which is a bit disappointing, to be quite honest, but can't do anything about that now, really. So we started off with The Master. Went to see that at the cinema. Absolutely amazing film. It might be my favourite P.T. Anderson film. It's absolutely amazing. And the second film I watched was Boogie Nights. Again, another really good film. It was great performances. Just all around great film. Like I said, P.T. Anderson is fast becoming one of my favourite directors now. I haven't seen Magnolia yet, but I've heard that's like really interesting, so maybe we'll get that on I don't believe it has a Blu-ray release over here, but I might get the DVD or something. But yeah, and then last up was Late Quartet. Again, like I just explained, I won't go too much more into it. Good film, great cinematography, and yeah, that's about it. So that'll do for this week. So yeah, like I said, I watched a few films starring the late great Phillips, Seymour Hoffman, and absolutely amazing performances in all the films I saw. I got some films that are on DVD. Like Synecdoche, New York is absolutely amazing film. I actually love that film. And some other ones that I don't actually have on DVD. Was it The Savages as well with Laura Linney? I haven't seen. But yeah, he's just an amazing actor. I was really devastated that we're never going to see that again, really. It's a tragedy, you know, but I suppose you can't turn back time, so we have to kind of deal with it best we can, really. But we lost a great man and a great actor, and all accounts he was a really nice guy as well. And like I said, just disappointing that we'll never see any performances, but good that he's got a lot of amazing performances under his belt in his career. So yep, I'll be signing off now. Won't keep you for too much longer. So thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting if you do, and subscribing to my channel. And I don't know whether I'll do one of these next week, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, that's about it. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.